Many times I bring you videos later at night for various reasons. Tonight is because I just got done. I got home and had a shower and ate some supper. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. I put in 13 and a half hours at the barn today. I was up at 5 o'clock. Oh, I was frustrated. I was talking to James and one of our caretakers last night, and they're like, hey, it's supposed to rain. And I'm like, no, it's supposed to show, it's showing on the weather network as, less than a millimeter, 6 to 8 in the morning, and then sunny after that. I said, no big deal. So I don't think anything of it. I went to bed later. I set my alarm for just before 5 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock. I wake up, alarm goes off, I wake up, and immediately I can hear thunder outside. So I look out the window. It hasn't been raining yet, but you can tell, or it hasn't been raining for a while, but you can tell it rained at some point. So I'm thinking maybe it's not going to rain now. Maybe this is just going to pass. I look on the weather network. Literally from 11:30 at night to 5 o'clock in the morning, they've changed the entire weather. From less than a millimeter to 7.2 millimeters in that same 2-hour period. I hit refresh. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, I say, all right, well, maybe it's 2 hours. Maybe it'll miss us. So when I get up in the morning, if I leave before Amy, I go and I get her Starbucks. Starbucks, for those of you who have ever been around our house, is just down the street. I'll go get Starbucks and bring it back and give it to her and vice versa. So I go down to Starbucks, and I'm almost there, and I realize they don't open until 5:30. So it's 5:18. I sit in the parking lot. I wait, to the first person to get Starbucks of the day. So I get my wife Starbucks, and I go to the barn. I'm halfway to the barn, and it starts pouring rain. And I mean pouring rain. I find out later that there was a tornado warning in Ontario. Not around here, but get to the barn. Some people are already there. It's 6 o'clock, 10 to 6. Some people are already there working. They know today was a big day for us. We had 45 horses. So just to set the table, so to speak, to get spots to train today, because of COVID-19 and all the regulations and all the protocols in place, they're only allowing 150 horses a day in 3 lots. 50 at 6:30 in the morning, 50 at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you have to be out after that, 50 at 12 o'clock, noon. So, just to tell you how busy things are right now in Ontario. They have 150 spots on Wednesday. They have 150 spots on Saturday. And you have to sign in to an online link that they gave everybody at exactly 3 p.m. on Monday and enter for those 2 days. If you get shut out, you get shut out. Now, we have a ton of horses to go over. I'd like to get the babies over. So I have 50 exactly to take over. So I call Steve Palermo, pretty technical guy, sharp guy. I said, hey, and it's right in the middle of mine. If I was going to have a nap on Monday, it would be at 3 p.m. So I said, Steve, listen, can you enter 50 horses for us at 3 p.m.? He goes, well, Anthony, that's 1/3 of the day, the entire province. I said, well, do what you can. We have Kevin with 10, Harry with 10, Jason with 10, Mario with 10, and me with 10. 50. Maximum 10 per trainer, obviously. So he said, okay, I'll see what I can do. At 3:07, both days are full. 300 spots gone. I look, we have 10 at 6:30. We have 10 at 9 o'clock. And we have 25. That's all we could get, 25 at noon. So I had to get up at 5 and know that I'd be going till 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Whatever, it's fine. Go to the barn, it's pouring rain. We wait, it stops raining around 7 o'clock. But we lucked out. It had rained so hard that the track we were lucky and we weren't. We weren't in the sense that Campbellville was a bit of a swamp. We were in the sense that Mohawk, when it rains that hard, that trap rock, the volcanic rock on that surface, when it rains that hard, it kind of beads off and it turns very, it's damp on top, but like cement. It's very hard. So it's not that muddy. We take the 10 over to Mohawk. We train them. We take the 10 at noon. At 9, take them. We all go back to the barn. We warm up all the 25. Take them to Mohawk. Train them all. Look at the clock. 2:45. Get back to the barn. Debbie O'Brien Moran, who shipped some of her horses, she got a new truck. Her plate's not in her truck. So she wants to go and drop her truck off in Cambridge. I said, you know what? I'll follow you down. I'll take you back to the farm. No problem. That's what we did. So by the time I was done running around and finishing at the barn, it was 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Got home, had a shower. I'm going to get to why I had a shower in just a minute. Not that I wouldn't anyway, but it was just very important that I had one today. So let's go through the sets. So set number 1 from this morning was Working on My Beach Bod, James is Johnny's horse. Brilliant Corners, Mario. The Fat Cobra I went with. Sunshine in May was Kevin, and Ciro's Blue Chip was Johnny. Wanted to go around 2-3, but rained really hard. The track is a little sticky. It's still a little windy out. We'll see how it goes. We get over the half in 103. I put the Fat Cobra on the front, who's never on the front, ever, virtually. Brilliant Corners was dopey. He was TQ'd a little bit, a little too much, I would say. He was a little grabby when James went with him with no TQ behind the gate, but we wanted to play it safe today with him being in new surroundings, so we did take a little edge off of Brilliant Corners, and maybe a little too much TQ. So he was a little dopey. Sunshine in May sat fourth, Ciro's Blue Chip sat up close. Sunshine in May. Anyway, James got in behind me. I put Fat Cobra on the front. Second was Working on My Beach Bod, going past the half. I believe Ciro's Blue Chip was third, Brilliant Corners, and Sunshine in May. We sat that way. We sprinted out of the turn. We went a mile in 2-2 and 2. 2-2 and 1. Working on My Beach Bod got up to beat me. I was second with our boy, the Fat Cobra. Last half, 59 a mile in 2-2 and 3. I believe third was Ciro's Blue Chip, Brilliant Corners, and Sunshine in May. All went under 2-4. A good mile for them. We went out in the second set. We had Sweet Ambitions. You wondering why I got another phone? I'd got a new phone a little while ago, and I had this one. And it still works. I can't call on it, but I could pull up the sets. It would save me writing out the sets. I hate doing that. So the second set, Sweet Ambitions, Can't Muscle Me, Cambridge Star, Perfect Record, My Jazz. Now, who got away on the front in there? Perfect Record got away on the front. Sitting in second was Sweet Ambitions. I was in third, Cambridge Star, I think, My Jazz. Getting into the last turn, I moved Can't Muscle Me first over. My Jazz just came 3 wide in the middle of the turn. Stevie was in a big hurry to get My Jazz going. He moved her out 3 wide, and she just disintegrated the whole field. Just drove away. I think Stevie told me at the barn, 2-5 and a bit last half and 58. My Jazz was very, very good. Perfect Record fought hard. Just got picked off at the wire for second. Sweet Ambitions was second. Perfect Record was third. Can't Muscle Me. I got to switch her shoes around. I can see what she's doing. She's just interfering a little bit. I know exactly where, up in her jacks. So the jacks are at the top of the hind leg. The inside of the hock is the jack. And she's hitting up there. So we have to make a little shoeing adjustment with her and switch things around. She stayed trotting, 1 mile in 2-6. But still a lot of work to be done with Can't Muscle Me. And excuse me, on the far outside was Cambridge Star. He looked good also. Mile in 2-6 and 1 with him. Now, those were the first two. Those were the first 2 lots. 6:30 a.m. Had to be out of the paddock by 9. We went back. We waited at the farm, Mario and I and James and Johnny, and they sent the next 10 horses over. Those next 10, the first 5 were Beef and Cheddar, No Free Lunch, Surreal Love, Braemar, and Warwee Was Up. Now, I noticed that a mistake was made here. Braemar got switched somehow with Desperado. I went with Desperado in set 3 and Braemar in the 4th, and I didn't realize it until right now. So, Kevin put Warwee Was Up on the front, half in 102, 101 and 3, 102, something like that. 3/4, 132. We won a mile in 2-1. No Free Lunch popped out in front of No Free Lunch popped out of the 2-hole in front of me with Desperado. I was coming first over, and drove away. Wrapped up by a length and a half. We had to come 27 apiece, 28 seconds on the end of it, a mile and 2 minutes flat. No Free Lunch was a wrapped up winner, and he looked very, very impressive. Second was Desperado. I was closing in on him, but not really making up ground. Maybe inches, but not feet. No Free Lunch was wrapped up. Desperado was second. Beef and Cheddar was closing in on my wheel. Third, Surreal Love was fourth. Right there with Warby was up there right beside us. All 5 of us paced under 2:1 off a half in almost 1:02. So a great mile for those 5 horses. Everybody smiles. We come out for the next set. Another 5 heavy hitters on the 5 are heavy hitters on the pacing side. Blue Monk, Well and Down, Desperado, Roy Hill, and Momo. Now, as I said this week, you know, we had switched out Gray as a New Red. We had her paid into that Next Generation series. We decided we're going to swap that over. We're going to buy that spot off of the Gray as a New Red group. The Well and Down group is going to assume that spot. July 4th, $150,000. I said to James, she feels good, let her dance along. I'm very curious to see how she's going to be. Well and Down got us over the half in 103, like 31, 103. Roy Hill was coming. Steve came with him in the last turn. Mario came out underneath him with Blue Monk and shoved him 3 wide. Roy Hill got out of gear and made a break. So Roy Hill makes a break. Well and Down was on the front. Blue Monk was second. Momo was in behind me, and I was sitting third now along the inside with Braemar. We come out of the last turn. I flipped Braemar 3 wide. We finish as a cluster together. Well and Down was beat halfway down the lane by Blue Monk and fought back to beat Blue Monk and Braemar going under the wire. 2 minutes, last half 57 and a bit. I don't really know what the last quarter was in, but it had to be at least 28 seconds. And Well and Down looked rather impressive. She was a winner. Blue Monk was second. I was third with Braemar. And then Momo was climbing up on top of us. First time we've seen Momo in a while with some real life to her. And Johnny said she was awesome today. Roy Hill, little mental error by him. I'm debating whether I'll take him over Saturday and give him another look at the track on Saturday. I don't know yet. Wednesday back Saturday might be a little much for him. We'll see how the next 2 days seem. If they seem good, we do have spots. We have 10 spots on Saturday. Roy Hill might make up one of those spots. Next set was set 5. Now, so we got our 6:30 lots all done. We got our 9 o'clock sets all done. 20 horses have been trained, 25 left. Pretty good day. The only mistake of the entire day was really just that, a mistake. It was Roy Hill. Everybody else stayed at it. Everybody else did their work. So it's shaping up to be a great day. Noon's coming. We go back to the barn, warm up all the horses. Now, I come out in the track with One My Heart Hanover. We go a mile. Argento made a little break. I think James might have had the hobbles a little long on him. And I'd asked him, he said, no, he's good, he's good. Really, it's not the end of the world. What happened was we were walking out of there a little slow, and I believe around the 8th pole, James and a couple other people realized that we were only going to be up to the quarter in 34, 33. We wanted to go a mile in 2.2, 2.3 with this bunch, which would be almost impossible now. So he tapped him on the tail. I think he kind of goosed him. The hobbles were a little long, and he just rolled off. Didn't hit or anything, just rolled off. Not the end of the world. Another horse that might find himself further there on Saturday, though. Mama Knows Best had Jody Jameson on the back him. Now, you might see Jody Jameson. I'd asked Jody to come at noon and go with the last 5 sets. There was Johnny, James, I, Mario, and Jody. Mama Knows Best was Jody Jameson. Italian Grit was Mario Bergeron. Argento James. So Admirable. Pacer found her way in there, and I said, you know, that'll be lots for her. 2.3 to 2.5. That'll be lots for So Admirable. Throw her in there. And then I'd won My Heart Hanover. I got away third on the inside behind Mama Knows Best and Italian Grit, and I let Won My Heart Hanover sail. We're just going to go by the half. I clear off the lead, and I feel a little wetness. I said, it's not raining. Nope, she was peeing. That's correct. I was urinated on. Very rare, but it happens, especially with fillies that are nervous. Maybe didn't empty out when they go to the track. Maybe she's in heat a little more than she should be. And Anthony, we got as drivers, we called that the golden shower, and it is disgusting. So, needless to say, as soon as I come off the track, I strip down, wash myself off, and put a new suit on. Won my hard Hanover, continued on the lead. At that point, when they're doing that, their body's not working proper, right? Like they're something's not right. It's not serious, but it's problematic. So won my hard Hanover, continued on the lead. Mama Knows Best was behind me. So Admirable comes first over. Half in 106 and a bit, 137. We cut loose coming out of the turn. Now I'm getting wetter. So Admirable runs me down at the wire and wins. 2-5 and a bit, last quarter, and 28 and a piece, last half 59. Mama Knows Best shoots through the inside. We're right across the track. But won my hard Hanover. I wouldn't say it was a very good day for her. Nevertheless, she trotted good. She seemed good. But other than that, she had a pretty decent day. 29 seconds on the end of it. Probably go out and qualify in 2-1, 2-2, no problem. But we need to rectify that one little issue that we had today. And then obviously Italian Grit was fourth, and Argento had made a little break and been fifth. Good last quarter, good mile for that group. Day's a little less cheery at that point. Now I'm going out for set 6. Frilly Fringes, Tanzanite Tricks. I have Frilly Fringes. Jody has Tanzanite Tricks. Mario has Girls with Swirls. Northern Blizzard, James, and Johnny with Aglarium. I'm looking, turning, and I'm saying, geez, that Girls with Swirls or hobbles might be a hair too long. And she made a break going into the first turn. Mario said she saw my whip, and she made a break. I believe him, because she did the same thing on me at the training center a week ago. Just a very green, immature thing. But, this is something they should be learning from, not continuing to do. This filly gets under my skin a little bit because she finds a way to get out of work without getting in trouble. And she's also one that may find herself at Mohawk Raceway on Saturday morning. So, Girls with Swirls makes a break. No big deal. Northern Blizzard is in the 2-hole behind. Johnny has cleared off the lead with Aglarium. Sitting in third is Tanzanite Tricks. I'm sitting in fourth with Frilly Fringes. Frilly Fringes was okay. She wasn't awesome. She had 5 days in the field, so maybe she was a little soft around the edges. She was okay. I sat fourth. I moved over third. Tanzanite Tricks get up the inside to beat me for third. Northern Blizzard won the set easily. Wrapped up, bow in his neck, 2-4. Last half 59, last quarter 29. He was nothing short of awesome. Aglarium, pretty good, finished second. Jody beat me for third with Tanzanite Tricks. Frilly Fringes, not a great day, finished fourth. I was looking at her after. We need to make a little shoeing adjustment on her behind. Nothing serious, just have to get her fixed up. She got very weak walls behind, and all winter we had the outside of both her hind feet added fiberglass put on and nails put through the fiberglass. I just felt that her outside walls of both her hind feet were just weak, and it just I think it needs to be addressed. So Frilly Fringes, little shoeing adjustment with her. She'll be fine. Northern Blizzard was absolutely awesome. Aglarium was absolutely awesome. Tanzanite Tricks, pretty good. Finished third. Again, mile and I think James said 2-4. I had to be over the half and 5. So a good mile for every horse in there. Girls with Swirls, got to get her act together. She may do that on Saturday morning. Set number 7 now. This is 2 sets in a row. We get over the half slower than I wanted to. We went a slower mile than we wanted to. I warmed up GW Chrome at the farm, and he felt awesome. I made the last little shoeing adjustment I wanted, so he felt to me like he wasn't stretching out enough in the straightaways. He was protecting himself in the turns. That could be a number of things, but it's also indicative of sore feet. So I know that we had put flip-flops on him in the wintertime, heading into the winter, and he wasn't trotting good with them on. So I'd asked Larry, sometimes you have a shoe, right? You have the shoe, you just put a bar from one, say the second nail hole, from the second nail hole to the second nail hole. So you get the shoe, and about that far up from the end, put a bar right across, just a little, I call it pin bars, a little piece of metal, just goes across the shoe. Little added support for the sole, if that was bothering him. Don't know if it was for certain, but a lot of what anybody does is trial and error, including me. So we put the pin bars on the horse. I wanted to see how he'd go. He warmed up good. I said, I'm getting over the half in 103. So I left out of there with GW Chrome. I gave GW Chrome his head going out of there, and he screamed out of there. Now, keep in mind, none of these horses have been off the farm in their life. You have flags, shrubs, trees, tote board, grandstand, crew working on a part of the grandstand, paddock, people standing outside the paddock, water truck, tractor. GW Chrome looked at nothing. Blasted right out of there. I'm at the first 8th and 15. So if I back him up a little bit, I'm at the quarter and 31 half. I keep him maybe idled back a little bit. I'm at the half and 102 and a piece, right where I want to be. We hit the quarter, right where I knew we'd be, 31 seconds. I continue to just slam the brakes on a little bit. Over the half, 102 and 3, and GW Chrome feels awesome. Now, let me tell you who else was in there. Captain's Maid, Johnny McKinnon. Eternity Road was in there, James McDonald. First Glance, another pacer, was in there, Mario, and Miss Meringue and Jody Jameson. Miss Meringue lands in behind me. We're at the half and 102 and 3. Just getting into the last turn. I know I can hear them start up from the back, right? So I let them trot. 132 in a piece. We come out of the last turn and we are flying down the lane. Now it's starting, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. The horses are working hard, but GW Chrome is going, I know he's going a huge mile. 2, 1, and 3. I went with GW Chrome this morning. Now, First Glance picked me off the wire, just like he did in the set behind the gate at our farm when I came first over with him. Doesn't seem to be any quitting, this little guy. He just kept coming and coming and coming and run me down. You know, he's a pacer. He's a strong little fella. And GW Chrome, you know, let's be honest. For those of you who pay close attention, GW Chrome has maybe one line in his last 5 where he didn't make a mistake or just kind of go along. Today was a real turning point in my mind for him. I was extremely happy with GW Chrome. So, First Glance beat me. GW Chrome was second. Eternity Road was third. Captain's Maid and Miss Meringue finished together. Now, Eternity Road started behind us a little bit. You know, we start out, and you're 3 lengths off the guy who starts. I was the first guy to the start pole. I won a mile in 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1, and 4. James was 4. He said 4 or 5 lengths behind me at the start. He said, I got my mile in 2, 1, and 2 off a half and almost 4. GW Chrome might have been second. James was third behind First Glance. Eternity Road, James said he went 2, 1, and 2 last half and 57 and a bit. This isn't Tamiko. This isn't the short track. This is the big track. This is Mohawk. These poles are correct, and that's what the mile went in. So, First Glance was the winner of the set, 2, 1, and 3. I just got beat at the wire also, 2, 1, and 3. James is a little bit back now. He went in 2, 1, and 2, but he started behind us a little bit, as did Captain's Maid, who was right to the inside of him, as was Miss Meringue. Every trotter in that set trotted faster than 2, 2 and a bit, off a half much slower, and both pacers looked really, really good. Captain's Maid was fantastic. Also, again, I didn't get to see them because I'll see the same little blurbs of videos that you guys can see. I have them, and we'll set them up. I have to explain to Kelly which horses are in there, cut them up, and send them along. She'll get them out at some point, but the gist of it is I could only tell 2 horses, the one that got up and beat me and mine. Everybody else was hearsay from the people that were going with them. So James said Eternity Road was very good. Johnny said Captain's Maid was on the right line again, on the right line a little bit, but very good. And Miss Meringue, I know, was very good. Might have got a little tired. This is a big filly with a big frame, and that's the fastest speed she's ever seen. So I suspect she'll be twice as strong next week at the qualifiers. Then we went to set number 8. I was going with I'm a Lovely Lady. Now, I wanted to work her hard today, but she also looks at everything. Keep in mind, remember what I told you. Shrubs, trees, flags, grandstand, tote board, tractor, water truck. None of these bode well with I'm a Lovely Lady. So I go out in the track. I have I'm a Lovely Lady. James says that's my girl. Mario has Walk on the Moon. Lincoln Hanover's Jody Jameson, and Tipsy and Dixie is Johnny. Pretty strong group in there. I let I'm a Lovely Lady trot out of there. Walk on the Moon is to the left of me. Lincoln Hanover's going out of there with Jody, and Jody lands on the front with him. He's up to the quarter in 31 and a piece, 32. I keep coming. I stay right in the 2 wide path, and I keep coming with I'm a Lovely Lady, and I clear to the front. Now, we're getting near the end of the day. We're supposed to be almost out of the property at this point. The tractor's now on the track. Not the conditioner, just a tractor conditioning the track. He's in the 3 wide path. But I'm a Lovely Lady is looking at the track, the pylons. There's a structure on the inside, in the infield of Mohawk she's also looking at. Now it becomes clear there's a giant tractor right there, and she just slows up right now. And Jody runs up on my back and makes a break with Lincoln Hanover. I hit her a snap on the tail, and she takes off again. She's not really scared of tractors. It just startled her. She takes off and goes by the tractor. Everybody's good. Lincoln Hanover has made a break. Now Walk on the Moon is behind me. We get up to the 3/4, 135 in a bit, maybe 136. Mario pops off my helmet and boom, inhales me and is gone right away. Now, this is one of those times where the horse just was not paying attention to anything, and I'm a Lovely Lady is on another planet at this point. She now sees a horse has passed her, and she takes off, and I'm catching up, Walk on the Moon's no slouch. He can absolutely fly, and he's trotting as hard as he can down the lane. Both of us are in full flight. I'm not going to catch him, but I start catching up a little bit. Mario puts him in gear again. They finish as hard as they can. 2-3 and a bit, 2-4, 28 seconds on the end of it. Walk on the Moon wins. I'm second with I'm a Lovely Lady, a full length and a bit back. Tipsy and Dixie, and That's My Girl, are third and fourth. They're about 4 back, 5 back. They go in 2-5, but both sprinted hard on the end of it. And then back to Lincoln Hanover, who made a break. Jody said it wasn't a big deal. He tried a mile in 2:9 or something, 2:10 after that. But he said, yeah, just when we get jammed up, he said, hobbles felt like they were fighting him. He's got a shorter, the hobbles are the rope. So, trotting hobbles. You have a pulley. You have a strap that goes back to the bike. Those are the ones we usually use. Another strap that holds the apparatus on the horse underneath, like a cowbell, almost, if you will. So you got the pulley held underneath their belly by a strap, another strap back to the bike so you can control the length, and then you have pacing hobble loops with a rope from the back of the first loop to the back of the other, and they're inside the pulley. So that's your trotting hobbles. So his rope is a little bit shorter. All the ropes we just had made, all the hobbles, and lots of hobbles have different lengths. Danny and I talked about it in depth one day. I don't always mind the short ones, don't always mind the long ones, but what would we prefer? We now have made 15 sets of hobbles ourselves. What would we like? We came to the understanding that 40 or 41 inches is what the rope should be. The rope in Lincoln Hanover's is 31. That would be considered a short rope set of hobbles. I think that short rope is bothering him a little bit also. We're going to switch the hobbles out, put a longer rope hobble on him, and I think there won't be a problem. Lincoln Hanover was great, and I'm certain he doesn't make a break if I don't jam up right in front of him. So if it was a race, I would have been set back. How's that? So Lincoln Hanover, aside from that, went a good mile, did everything right. Now we're on the set. Now we're the last people in the entire property outside of maintenance, and they're like tapping their feet because they want to condition the track. And I said, sorry guys, just give us one more minute. We go out in the track. Last set, I'm Hill on Wheels. Mario Bergeron. Rem and Hanover, Jason didn't send him over, so Johnny scratched. Let's Roll On, Fox Valley Britska, Rito Sunshine. James has got Fox Valley Britska. Jody has got Rito Sunshine. I have Let's Roll On, and I'm Hill on Wheels. Now, they have already dug the track up. It's deep. I'm Hill on Wheels, Let's Roll On was terrible. Terrible. He seems to like a firm track. I'm trying to grasp how we can help him navigate a little bit deeper track. And Scioto Downs, notoriously, has always been a little bit deep. Northfield, not so much. How can we get this horse so he has some consistency on different surfaces? They're rock dust. They're all the same, but they're never the same. He was not good today on a deeper track. So we have to figure out, why wasn't he any good on a deeper track? Was he slipping? Was it just the way the footwear he has on? What? I think I have an idea, but now we have to go back and formulate a plan of how to get Let's Roll On to look good at Mohawk. Easier said than done. So he makes a break past the quarter pole. I'm up to the quarter in 31. I want to go mile 2-4. And Let's Roll On made a break. Okay, done. James puts Fox Valley Britska on the front, and he looked very, very good. Now I'm back a ways now. I've made a break. I'm watching it all unfold. Fox Valley Britska looks awesome on the front end. Sitting in behind him is Rito Sunshine. And then I'm Hill on Wheels with Mario. Another horse. Hasn't really lit the world on fire his entire life. Now they're over the half in 105. 104 and 3, 104 and 4, 105 from my vantage point. Now, I'm directly behind them, so it's kind of a ballpark, but I'm within a few fifths of a second at the most. They get into the last turn. Fox Valley Britsgate's over 3/4, 134. Rito Sunshine's behind him. I'm Hill on Wheels about 2 lengths behind them. I'm back a ways from them. I'm going to go a mile and 2:10. So halfway down the lane, I see Jody move over. Gone. Him and Britska trot and pace to the wire. Rito Sunshine gets up to win. They told me after 2:03. Last half 58-2. Last quarter in 29 seconds. Fox Valley Britska and him finished together. I'm Hill on Wheels is coming to them, which means he trotted his last quarter in 28-3, 28-4. A big mile and a big day for I'm Hill on Wheels. 2-3-2. Last quarter in 28 apiece. Last half 58 apiece. Mario was ecstatic. I was happy. Everybody should be. A great day for him. Now, when I look through this, Let's Roll On made a break. Lincoln Hanover was interference. Okay, we'll call it a break. Lincoln Hanover made a break. Girls with Swirls made a break. Argento made a break. 4. Roy Hill made a break. 5. And that's it. 44 horses trained. 5 made breaks. 2 of them were kind of interfered with. Girls with Swirls got scared. Lincoln Hanover definitely got interfered with. Let's Roll On definitely did not. Girls with Swirls. And Argento, I know what happened. Yeah, he goosed him with the whip, but the hobbles were a little long on him. And he made a break. No big deal. So, aside from that, just an absolutely tremendous day. I keep going over it in my head. So we're gonna say top pacer, top trotter of the day. I think the top pacer of the day, as good as First Glance looked, as good as Well and Down looked. Nobody looked as good as No Free Lunch today. He was absolutely tremendous. The trotting side is going to be a little more difficult. You got a slower mile with My Jazz, who looked absolutely fantastic. You have Northern Blizzard wrapped up last quarter 29, last half 59, a mile and 2-4. GW Chrome got picked off by a pacer. I'm almost going to give it to him. Tried a mile and 2, 1, and 3. That's almost 3 seconds faster than any other trotter today. 2 seconds faster than any other trotter today. Walk on the Moon just looked awesome. I'm Lovely Lady was good. Fox Valley Britska was good. A good day overall, but we're going to give the top star of the day for 1 pacer and 1 trotter. The pacer's No Free Lunch. And I'm giving the trotting one, although Walk on the Moon looked good, and I will happily give him a very honorable mention. He was almost 3 seconds slower than GW Chrome. GW Chrome is a good little horse. He hasn't been great the last 3 weeks, but he seems to have found his mojo again, and he looked awesome today. So, that is it. That is a massive training day. That was 13.5 hours of work for me and more from our caretakers. If I was there 13.5 hours, I wasn't the last person to leave. There was some caretakers there, a number of caretakers there well past 4 o'clock, and I can't thank them enough. You know, knowing you're going to have a long day, but then being there poulticing up horses at 4 o'clock, I know how tired you are because I was exhausted. So it's just a long day for our caretakers, a big day for our horses. We'll have a number of horses qualifying next week. There are some that need a little more time, some that I don't want ready yet. So I would say, realistically, 30-35 horses will qualify next week. Another 15 will follow after that. And then the 8 to 10 that either had operations, got hurt, or were just taking a little longer time, they'll qualify at some point during the summer. So from right now, it looks like, again, I think there's a path to have all 60 horses qualified by the end of 2020. It's a good enough stat. I think we'll have lots ready for next weekend. But most importantly, I think we got some really, really nice horses. Very impressed with what I saw today on the pacing side. 9 pacers went faster than 2-1. And on the trotting side, a lot of horses look good also. But most importantly, the professionalism of the horses. Just for them to go over, new place, first time off a farm, horses everywhere, tractors, water trucks, as I said, flags, shrubs, and do their work. It's a big day, and it's a great feeling. So, aside from the urine, I had a big day. I was very, very happy with what I saw. Had a shower, had some supper. I'm okay now. But my wife just reminded me that we have to feed supper at 7:30. So I got to go back to the barn right now and feed supper with Amy and the kids. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good day. We had a fantastic day. And in the midst of all this, when Jason scratched his horse, I immediately transitioned and said Rooney Blue Chips entered for Saturday. He only went a mile and 2.5 last week. Put him on the truck and bring him over. I trained Rooney Blue Chip in 2.5 last half and 58 today. He should be tight enough for Saturday. So I'm pretty excited. We got a bunch of horses in Saturday, a bunch in Friday. We're going to have some in Sunday. Hopefully get a good start to the 2020 stake season and the summer season. So, again, hope you guys had a great day. I did. We'll catch up real soon. We got qualifiers tomorrow, Globe Trotting, Ale Sund, Rose Run Versatile, and then it's straight into racing on Friday. Take care.